Hello and welcome to my podcast, Stories of Transformation. Today's guest is someone who carries her quiet determination everywhere she goes. She's an educator, she's an author, she's a coach, and she's also a storyteller. Let us welcome Shivani Bajaj Sabharwal. Welcome, Shivani.
Hi, Neeti. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lovely to have you here. And I have so many questions, so much I want to know from you. So let's quickly begin with a snapshot of your life. How has been your life growing up? What kind of person were you?
First of all, I'm excited too to be here, to be part of your this uh, transformation journey and to share my journey too. So, if you ask me what kind of a person I was just entirely a different person, a person who loved to be in her shell, shy, introvert, and always thinking not worthy of anything. With lot of probably you can say body shaming about my how thin I was or how I looked like or the color, and that somewhere was the reason of not me to be confident. And that was the reason I always preferred to be surrounded by my loved ones, which was my family, my parents, my siblings, who always motivated me, encouraged me, but still that self doubt was there inside me. Though life kept on going, schooling, I completed my schooling. I went to a different city for further education, not at all confident. But then there was a little change because there was no self judgment. Because there were no people around who was judging me. I was me myself. So I started enjoying that life where I started making friends and everything. And but then again, when I started with the job, that old Shivani came into me because eyes on me with a doubt, with scared, because the history have been that for me. I mean, when I was growing. So, but then there was one small change which helped me to discover myself. That was changing of my job, changing my job from corporate to a education industry, though I never wanted to join that, thinking that it's not my cup of tea because I was never good in studies. I thought so. I was a weak student, which I always had in my mind. But after becoming a teacher and after being with the children around, I understood there's no weak student. It's only the way how you teach is defines how your students are, and that gave me a self discovery of myself, and I started enjoying my life. So that was a small glimpse of my life, how it was.
Lovely. And I love your concept that there's no weak student. If every teacher thought like that, things would have been much easier. But yes, I mean, I agree. Every kid is different, and they just need maybe a little bit of, support from their teacher. So, would you like to talk a little more about how your self-worth started diminishing as a child? You know, where it all started.
See, if I tell you, it was like it's now when we are getting educated about how to teach child or how we have to be with our child. But earlier at that time, the parents or the neighbors or the elderly people were not aware of. They just used to say whatever they feel like. So though they were very close family friends or the people around with whom I played, but then I was very skinny, very thin and skinny. So that was a problem which I faced. The problem was like about health. Why don't you eat anything? I mean, I was scared of going to anyone's b- family dinners or birthday parties because I was sure that I will get something related to it. So, from where do you get your size, clothes of your size? Is there any shop which exists? How do you get the clothes? Then, probably not a very fair color I was grown up with. So, शादी कैसे होगी? One basic statement, I guess, most of the females must have heard about शादी कैसे होगी. तो मुझे लगता है सबसे बड़ी टेंशन लाइफ की जैसे यही थी, शादी कैसे होगी. So those comments, though they probably they wanted me to be more confident, or probably they wanted good for me, but
They
it
didn't know any better, I believe.
yeah,
I
But
think that generation didn't know any better. It was their way of showing concern.
exactly.
But
So
yes,
it didn't work for me at all. And that was the reason of me getting into the shell.
agreed. So I believe that must have been like repetition over years, because one isolated incident cannot really diminish your self-worth. You must have heard it like repeatedly over and over again. And that's when you started internalizing it. So,
Uh,
wow.
yes, very true. Do you know what? That was a time even I was a child, and I felt bad. But then usually people or your parents say कुछ नहीं होता है, वो तो ऐसे मजाक में कह रहे थे, and we also feel like. But that is somewhere it has gone deep in my heart, and which by which I was growing. So even not consciously, subconsciously, it was there in my mind. It was feeded there that I'm not worthy. I'm not that smart like people around me. So it was like, yes, it happened. Like how you stand, how you walk, how you talk. So those things keep on coming, even though they had an intention of making me confident, but that intention didn't work accordingly. So there could have been a better way, but then yes, it was constantly I was hearing about.
And even the parents in those times did not know how much impact a certain comment could have on a kid. Right now, there's so much awareness. Parents also like overly, actually, I would say overly protective right now. But yes, there's too much information out there right now. So, um, I would like to know if there was any specific incident or, any time that really changed things for you.
Changing of things was like, as I just mentioned, it was my job decision, which if I tell you, I never wanted to join school. So one fine day, I got a call from a school saying that there's an interview if you can come for. So though I was happy that I got a call, but then I didn't want that call from any school. So I was very confused what to do. So I went for the interview. I cried a lot before that. My eyes were red, and I just went there. And I don't know, I was so much into it that I just gave the interview, and it was so confidently it came out that they hired me instantly. They offered me instantly, and they said you can join within a week. So I came out. My husband was waiting. He thought I was crying again, and he thought it didn't go well. So he said, "No worries, you will get further." I said I got the call, but then he said, "Why you are crying?" Then I don't want this job. I wanted some corporate job where I was. So, but then this decision helped me a lot because when I was with the children, I understood the way how they see, how they are growing. So it's not I was teaching them; they were equally teaching me, and the pure love they had with no bad intentions, nothing in return. They were looking for just love, and they are ears to listen them. So that was the moment I feel like I was blessed. God gave me that. वो उस समय में कहते हैं ना particular day, he just rang my bell that join it, and I joined it, and
Okay.
that started helping me to transform my life.
Wow. And this is such a good example of that sometimes we don't know what we would like
Yes.
unless we try. And because sometimes people think, okay, ये तो मुझे नहीं करना. But in your case, you tried it, you did it, and you fell in love with it. And now you probably think that, how could I even, ever think that my life would be without it? So amazing example. People should totally try everything before rejecting it. That's what I would say.
Yeah,
So
I mean, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And how can you say without trying it? Even if it's impossible, I mean, without trying, how can you say? And if you know the answer is no, let's try it and listen no, instead of just assuming it. So, yes, that is what I learned from my life that you cannot give up without trying.
lovely. And even I'm learning that from your life. So, so now, after having been an educator for so many years, what is your mission in life right now?
My mission as an educator, I will say I want children to be independent. Abhi bhi, there is a spoon feeding which is happening around. I won't say any specific place or something, but spoon feeding is happening. And I want the child to be independent, independent in sense where they get the freedom to explore, then question, and then learn. I
Okay.
mean, it's like in our time, it was being told that A for apple. And I honestly, up to certain age, I only always said A for apple, as if there was no other word apart from apple. So, why we are feeding them? Let's give them the freedom. I mean, probably now, I will just give you one small example. Uh, Long back, I was teaching children the shape, and I was saying circle shape. So now when I was teaching shapes and everything, I told them, okay, look around, what is the shape, what circle shape you can find in the classroom, or can you think of something? So a child came to me and he kept on seeing me. I said, what happened? What do you want? Do you want help from me? But then no, your eyes balls are inside your eyes. It's circle shape, ma'am. It's circle shape. And I said, yes, it's for everyone. So then there was a small mirror in the class, and everyone went and they saw and they observed. So for me, even it didn't click me. I was thinking for other objects around, like a wheel or a button or something else. But then he came and said, so it's like till the time they don't explore, how will they learn? Let them explore. Probably what we are thinking, they will think in a different way, and that would be a better way. So let's let them enjoy the learning.
Lovely. So you are also an author and you have written multiple books around children stories as well. So would
Uh,
you like to share something about that?
yeah, so I mean, there are total 9 books. In fact, I will say now 10 books, one which we are sharing as an anthology,
Um,
Pages of Power. And apart from that, there are 9 books, two children's storybook and 7 phonics workbook. So if I talk about these are the children's storybook, Awesome's Ocean Odyssey, I guess it's visible. No. So these are the books
yeah.
which I have written. And these are the, sorry, these are the books which is not just a story, but it's a book of inquisitiveness where a child will dive deep into the world of imagination, creativity, decision making, learning how to do a teamwork and to learn the importance of friendship. So like every chapter based on the story, that chapter story, there's a question for the children, for the reader, what will you do in that scenario? So what happens now when you are the part of it, you don't understand. Whatever is in your favor or whatever you want to do, you feel it, that is right. But when you're observing it from outside, you understand what is right and what is wrong. So that is a way I just thought of going with that direction and just help the readers to understand and give the question scenarios. What do you think? Did the character did a right thing going to some strange place with a stranger? Do you think was it correct? What would happen next? And what do you think? What should how could you have helped the character? So in that ways, I've just given them the questions so that they can enjoy and they can learn too. So that
Okay. So do you also include this style in your way of teaching, including stories and this kind of style of learning?
I in my classroom, it's a proper freedom where a child can speak. No buttons are mute till the time a child is continuously into something. But then it's a freedom of speaking. The first important thing because you have to listen them. Then yes, I give them the freedom. What do you think? What will happen? With a small question, they all keep their guesses, keep something, and then we further discuss upon, okay, if this is what you think, then what will happen next? And so we move on. So yeah, there's a glimpse of yes, what I'm talking about. Yes, there it is. Because I strongly believe that interaction and independence is important.
Okay. So I'm just curious. You give freedom to your kids, you give them space to grow. But how difficult is it to discipline them alongside with this style of teaching?
Um,
Or is it easier?
yeah, it's easy because if I tell you, I am into complete online sessions, and my students are from outside India. So now, if I tell them, if I tell about them, trust me, there's no issue like discipline or something, and because it's like they understand. See, they just understand one language, which is love. So if you give them that, they will give you in return. So the other day, I was talking to someone. I told that my children, my students are never late in the class. I can be a late by 1 or 2 minutes, and they ask me, "Ma'am, why were you late?" They are usually not absent till the time they're traveling somewhere. So that is the way, and this is because of that love. When I talk about discipline, what is discipline? It's like my is, I mean, they're not bad to anyone. They're encouraging. Now it's like my online academy, which I talk about. It's like 5 years old now. So none of the students have met each other, but they're true friends. They support each other. And trust me, when I talk about something or I say, okay, what do you think? Is it correct? They will come up, yes, ma'am, it's amazing. So that is a bond I have created between them among us. So it's just a pure love and independence because I have given them that freedom. So I've
Yes.
never faced any discipline problem.
I can imagine this kind of bond comes with constant nurturing. And so, what about parents? Do you ever feel that the parents also need to be nurtured as well?
Much
Yeah.
required. It's like, as I'm an emotional intelligence coach, if I talk about it's from where the children are getting the emotions, it's from us. We are their mirror. So they're just posing the way we are posing before them. So it's like children don't need much of classes or sessions. It's parents who need it because you cannot pour from an empty glass.
Yes.
So you have to refill yourself. You have to come out with all the past traumas or whatever things you have, and then you have to help your children to grow emotionally strong. So parents need a lot.
So they also, I'm guessing, need constant counseling.
Very much. Very much. Our generation needs it. I mean, if I talk about the parents who are there, they need it. They badly need it because we expect. Now, if we say, if I call my son, okay, and if he's not responding, so probably that could be the reason he have seen me doing that. I have done it. And if in case he is not listening, he is within your home. He is not out somewhere. Walk to him instead of shouting and expecting that when I called him, he should be here. Go walk there, see what is happening. Probably there could be some reason. Or if in case there's no reason, he's just busy playing or doing something, talk to him and ask him what was the reason. So we have to set the examples, which is like missing, but expectation is a lot. I mean, is a lot.
Okay, lovely. So, what are the plans now from here? What is the kind of impact you're looking at?
Impact, if I talk about, I am looking to help women, the females out there, because during this journey of, I mean, 5 years, I will say, before that also, but from last 5 years, I've met many female during COVID who got single, or even before or after that, there was a financial problem. I mean, they have been going through, and there have been reasons where if I talk about probably financial problem because husband is not supporting, or probably limited income in cash inflow, and now they want to help their family in some or the other way. So either ways, I have met many females, and so I want them to help them to become independent, and that's the reason I've started with a program where I'm helping females to work from their home and earn, so in a simple way.
Amazing. I think that's an awesome initiative. Kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
All right. So, I'm a person of rituals. I love knowing about what people do in their life that works for them. So I would like to know your little ritual, some tips you can give us that works for you to keep you sane and energized.
So my rituals come from Robin Sharma 5 a.m. So 20.
Wow, you do that.
Yes, so where you start with 20 minutes of exercise, I prefer yoga, then 20 minutes of meditation, and then 20 minutes of reading. So in that, I just do writing and reading both. And definitely, end of the day, I go with a gratitude, uh, where I just write down few gratitude for blessing me with so much things around. So that is one thing which I love about.
Wow, lovely. I love the 5 a.m. club as well, and I think it's such a nice ritual. So do you
It
also try to inculcate some sort of rituals with your kids also?
Yes, I do. If you're talking about my children, I ask them to sleep before, saying that gratitude because they are lazy in writing. So I say your gratitudes and say the affirmations, five affirmations of your life, what you want to be, affirm that, and then sleep. And when you are getting up early in the morning, just say, take your God's name, whomsoever you believe in, and say thank you for a new wonderful day. So that is what I ask them, and though I want them to meditate too, but that is something I'm failing out.
Yes. Okay. So now I want to end with one final message that you have for our listeners, something they should hold on to.
Mhm. I will just give two messages. One for parents, where I will ask them to give the freedom to their children, let them explore, give your ears, and let them be creative. And because this is a world of imagination. And to all the females who have dreams deep down their heart, which they always wanted to live, it's their time now. Live it, because you just need that little courage to step to your dream, live that dream, and I'm there to help them. So that's it.
Amazing. Amazing, Shivani. Thank you so much for all you're doing. And I really love your message and your initiatives. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you, Neeti, for calling me. Thank you.